Hey guys, today I'm filming my last update in my year-long project pan before my finale. I thought I might only have a couple things finished up, but I actually finished way more than I thought I would in just these past couple months. I actually finished 11 products. So first we have the Too Faced Prime & Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. At my last update, I had just cut it open and I scraped all the product into a very large sample jar. It's not even a sample jar, it's like a travel size container. It was totally full and it took me a couple weeks to use that up. I love this primer. So sad this was discontinued. Definitely the best matte primer I've ever used because it actually mattifies but makes my makeup wear nicely and it applies nicely over top. A lot of other primers either don't mattify enough or make my makeup apply or wear off patchy. This was perfect. So sad it's not around anymore. The new Benefit Matte Primer is the most similar, so I'm glad that I just discovered something I feel is similar, but this was such an amazing product. And the weights on this went from 2.264, 1.875, 1.315, and 0.920. Then, surprisingly, I did also finish my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This is a ½ ounce size. I could not get any more to pump out and it is impossible to get the top off of this. Let me know if you've ever had any success, but it is not twisting, it's not coming off at all. I'm not going to use tools to open it up. It kills me that I can't get out more because I know I would be able to. I mean, the walls are still coated, but I got out all that I could and this didn't really do anything for me. But the weights on this one went from 2.717 ounces to 2.339. It is a glass bottle, so it is going to be pretty heavy. For both of these being a matte primer, did nothing, was amazing. Some of the products here that have stoppers, I need to locate the stoppers to weigh them. So that will be updated on the screen. But I did finish up my Live Tinted Hue Skin Serum Concealer in 20. There's not a ton of product in here, so I went through this very quickly. I told you guys last time that I was starting to lose some hairs, and that's because they were starting to come loose and I'm a picker, so I was trying to pull them out and then more were coming out, so I decided to leave it alone. And even with all that, I didn't get any on my face, luckily, but I'm really glad that they updated the packaging. This is more of a medium coverage concealer, which is nice because I think that means it will work well with skin tints or foundations, all types of base coverage products. But this is a little bit of like a thicker consistency, slightly tacky, like the Selfie one. This one might even be a little bit more tacky, and that is just not my preference, so not something I would repurchase. I prefer more of a serum-y concealer like the Tower 28. I did also finally finish my little Rare Beauty liquid highlight in Magnetize, which I think was a limited edition shade. This is a really pretty golden color. I actually think that this formula is really nice. I think it blends out nicely, but I also panned this underneath of my foundation, so not something that I would purchase. I love that they sell minis now, and there are other shades that I'm interested in, but I think this is something that is just fun to pan, but not something that makes like a huge difference in my makeup routine. Then I finished both of these powders. So I told you last time that I was close to repressing and I used them up, girl. There was not very much left, and I actually kept going with the ColourPop one even further before I repressed them together, and then they were gone. But I'm so proud of both of these empties. So first, for the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder in Fair One, I got through this one really quickly. It's not a very deep pan. The weights on this went from 2.576, 2.388, and 2.272. This is great for setting your skin, giving a little bit of color, but this does not have powder foundation level of coverage. But I do think that this would work well for all kinds of skin types if you're looking for like a gentle setting powder. But I mean, you do get product. It's not like the Kosas one where your face might still feel not totally set. It's gonna feel set, but not totally matte. So I think that's a great formula. I'm not gonna repurchase just because I'm a loose powder girl. Then I had the Too Faced Born This Way powder foundation in Snow, and I had been using this all year long to set the primer my crease and to clean up under my cheeks, so that's why it went so slowly, which was again totally fine. I got this on super sale. So the weights on this went from 2.569, 2.500, 2.433, 2.353, 2.302, and 2.225. Really enjoyed this. A good formula for a powder foundation, but as I said, not a powder foundation girl. Then we have the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte Setting Spray. Finally, babes, we have used this up. I've been working on this for a while, and while there is that white powder in here, I don't think this was any more mattifying than the original. But compared to other setting sprays with white powder in them, I did not get any splotchy dots, so I appreciate that. But I'm gonna just stick with the original. The weights seem off to me because it says that last time was 2.666 ounces, which I feel like it can't be. Like, I'm wondering if I weighed it with the caps. I wonder if I did, because now it's weighing 0.781 ounces. So I don't know, but I started working on this year when it was brand new. So that's amazing. Then we've got my lip product empties. First is the ColourPop Rudolph Lip Scrub, and I knew this one would be done this month. I really enjoy this scent. I think that the formula is great. It does exfoliate without being too harsh or drying. I would recommend using this in the shower or when you're doing your skincare routine because there is some oil in here, and I feel like it would mess up my makeup if I put this on after already having some of my makeup on my face. So something that I would buy again in the future. I know they have a new duo for the Frosty collection. I'm not sure what the scent is, if it's vanilla or if it's mint, but I don't need a lip scrub, so I'm not gonna buy it, but I really enjoyed using this. The weights on this went from 1.718, 1.575, 1.445, 1.331, 1.174, 1.139. I only had to use it 5 more times since last update. I did not total up my uses, but it looks like 80-ish. I'll have the number on the screen, so certainly got my money's worth. Then this is my biggest accomplishment, the thing I'm the most proud of, the thing that I did not expect. I didn't even think I would finish this by the end of the year. My Believe Aqua Bomb Overnight Lip Mask. I just pedaled to the metal, was really making sure to use this a couple times a day, and it is finally done. I have another one of these, and I think this is a fine lip balm, but I don't love it as much as I thought I would. But actually now I'm back to my Laneige, and I'm like, wait, do I love this as much as I thought I would? I think I've just gotten kind of used to this one, so I don't know. I think it's fine, not amazing. If you can get it really discounted, go for it. It is on the Flip app, and you can get it really discounted there, so that might be a good move. But the weights on this went from 3.348, 3.250, 3.112, 2.974, 2.843, and 2.593. So really proud of this empty. Then I did finish my Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss in Rosy Outlook. I wanted to use this start to finish to see how many uses you can get out of a full size, and let me check my counter app. I got 67 total uses out of this gloss, which is not as many as I would like for a full size, but it was just, you know, for research purposes. I do think this is a great gloss formula. It is a little bit thicker, a little bit sticky, but it really does help to blur your lip lines, give amazing shine and fullness. So I think this is a really great clear gloss. I wouldn't repurchase because I'm not a clear gloss person. I've been using mine up, but it's not something that I ever wear on its own. I prefer a colored gloss. And I did finish one of those as well. This is the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly in Chestnut. This was a limited edition shade from a couple holidays ago. They brought it back last year as well, and I do have a backup of this, which is exciting. This is a gorgeous warm brown with some golden shimmer. This is my favorite gloss formula because this has a light medium to medium opacity, super smooth, not sticky at all, gorgeous shine, love, love, love. And for reference, I got 120 uses out of this, so almost double in the Tower 28 that I did the Lawless. So what an exciting update with all those empties. Now for the progress on my remaining items. For my primer spray, I have the Item Beauty One Hit Prime Set and Refresh Dewy Finish Face Mist. I've also been using this sometimes as a setting spray. I use this today as a setting spray because I'm working from home. I'm having a long day, but my clients are only seeing me virtually. So when I'm gonna be in the office, I have a little mini Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray that I'm working on, but I'm hoping that will help me finish this. But I will say I am quite impressed with that progress since last update, so I feel like we might be able to make it. I'm really hoping, so I'm going to do my best. And I brought this in like halfway through the year. No, not quite actually. And I've been weighing this without the cap. And the weights went from 3.801, 2.951, 2.319, 1.607. So we're trucking along there. Then for foundation, I have a main foundation, a lightener, and a deepener. My main foundation, I'm not really able to see through. It's been sticking to the sides. The Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie in the shade LN2. I was worried I wouldn't finish it, but the past couple of days I've been having to do more pumpage because it's sputtering, not as much as coming out, so that's exciting. So I'm hoping that in the next week or two I'll need to pull the stopper, which should be interesting about how to get it out of here. But the weights went from 2.789, 2.684, 2.125. So really hoping that I can finish that. Then my lightener, I did use some, but I don't need it with the Pure foundation. I was using this with other things. This is the Lawless Conceal the Deal Longwear Full Coverage in Pearl. And the weights on this went from 2.136, 1.764, 1.567, 1.434, 1.407, and 1.389. Then since summer, I've been using the Drunk Elephant Bronzi drops. I really like these. And the weights for these went from 1.634, 1.549, to 1.382. So quite a bit of progress. I'm already planning on both of these rolling over into next year's project, but we'll just see what happens. Then we have my corrector combo. So this is going to be here next year for sure. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter Corrector in Peach. This is a little bit dark for me, which is why I'm mixing it. This is so pigmented, such a good formula. The weights went from 1.258, 1.226, 1.183, 1.149, now 1.117. Then we've got the Tower 28 Swipe Up Serum Concealer in 3cc. I did take the stopper out of it, and I do know which stopper goes to this one because it is tore up. It was so hard to get the stopper out of here. So I feel like I am still getting product, but probably in a week or so, I'm gonna have to put my spatula in there and scoop out all the product and put it in a sample jar just to make it easier to get to. And the weights went from 1.450, 1.395, 1.351, 1.300, 1.266, 1.218. So I do think that one can be done. Then surprisingly, I did get some use of the Kosas Cloud Set powder in Airy, and I had used this for adding some powder into some of my other panning mixtures this year when I used a little bit too much liquid. But the past couple weeks I've been using this just to clean up under my cheekbone and to highlight under my brow bone, just to get a little bit more usage out of this. And the weights on this went from 2.787, 2.665, 2.579, 2.526, and 2.506. So we'll see what I can do, but that's a really slow moving product. Then I didn't use this at all. The Jaclyn Luminous Powder in Brighten Up. I'll try to be more diligent about this next year, but I just know I'm gonna be working on so many powders, and you guys know I don't mind like a 20-step base routine, but it just feels like this is like a little too hard. I'm thinking next year about maybe trying to press some of this into a pan because I might have a better chance of using it that way. There's enough of it that I feel like I can play around with that experiment and just see what comes of it. The weights on this are 3.334, 3.316, 3.314, 3.307. So still have not been able to get out of that 3.3 arena. Then for brows, I have my Lawless Shape Up Soft Fill Brow Pencil in Oak, and I have really been going through this quite quickly. You can see my markings on the screen. I'm so excited because I definitely will finish this. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice and creamy, but it is a little dark for me and a little big for the front of my brow, but I usually have a combo going anyway. I've been weighing this, but you know, the markings are a better indicator of progress. This has gone from 0.310, 0.309, 0.307, and 0.305. Then we have my ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Brickell, my favorite copper, limited edition. Made some really good progress here as well. Just this little nubbin left. I do really think that I can finish this because it's going to get to a point where it's going to fall out and not apply easily. So I'm not going to get every little last drop, but I'm going to do my very best. And the weights on this went from 0.150, 0.148, 0.147 to 0.145, and since last update I've gotten 16 more uses out of this. Then we've got two lippies. So this is my purse balm, and I don't know that I'm going to finish this one. I wish it would be easy enough for me to use this in my purse and around the house. I don't think it will, and I feel like I need to pick one, but I don't know. I think this is going to be close. The Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm in Natural Mint. Weights went from 0.416, 0.393, 0.369, and 0.291. And this is in my purse when I really need that hydration, but otherwise I'm using my clear gloss that I really hope to finish this year. This is the M Beauty Project Lip Glaze in Candy Cane. The weights on this one went from 0.928 to 0.862. I feel like it looks like I'm about halfway done. It's hard to tell because of the packaging, but I'm hoping I'll be able to take out the stopper soon and finish this. But I'm really, really enjoying this. It's a really great texture, a lovely scent and taste. So out of all the things I have left, I think I might finish half of them. My guess is going to be primer spray, foundation, Tower 28 concealer, Lawless brow pencil, ColourPop eyeliner, hopefully the In Beauty lip gloss, potentially the Jack Black. So yeah, about half. For sure not finishing my foundation, lightener, deepener, peach color corrector, Kosas powder, or the Jaclyn powder, but still I feel totally fine with that. Really, really happy with this progress. This is such a good update, way better than I was even expecting, and I would love it if you guys would check out all of my other Project Pan updates that were all before this one. A lot of fun things going on, and I would love to know what things you guys are panning and hoping to finish by the end of the year. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.